av allt att döma så blir det Ego Boy som vinner.
What the horse, what the driver, nummer 1 Max Robel.
Fortfarande 2 man i väggen. Försök Georgia, Limit som närmar sig. Men Stigård har definitivt Victor Etelje som kommer att vinna Elitloppet.
Hi, I'm John Campbell, and I won the 1988 Elite Lop with Mac Lobel. When I was a child, all I dreamt about was driving horses in races, and I got to do that for a living. So I feel very fortunate and gratified in that regard. The one thing that just struck me from the time that I got to the racetrack was the crowd. It was amazing. It was just so enthusiastic. There were so many people, and you'd hear this big roar go up all of a sudden, and you'd ask what was that, and they'd say, well, that's just one of the horses warming up for the Elite Lop. And we don't have anything like that in the United States where people cheer just for horses warming up. Well, going over to the Elite Lop, Mac had raced here a number of times. He was more mature physically, and couldn't have been happier with him going over to the Elite Lop. I got a frantic call from Chuck Sylvester, and he wouldn't go. He just refused to train. And when he first mentioned it to me, I wasn't that concerned. I just said, Chucky, put him with some other horses and he'll go. He said, I already did that and he won't go. So I was very concerned because that was unlike him. He'd never done anything like that before. My main concern was the post parade, because I had to keep him moving, because if he stopped, I was afraid he wouldn't go again, and he would just balk and stay there. So I kept him around horses and kept his attention, and it was a full-time job in the post parade just to keep him going. He got away from the gate great. I wasn't concerned about that. It's just a little easier from the second post, and I would have liked to have two, but I did not want to have any chance of Action Squatter having the rail. She could leave too fast. But then we went out of the gate very hard in the final, and then everything settled by the quarter, and I was able to rate him through the middle half. And when you could do that with Mac Lobel, he was just very difficult to beat.
I ledningen börjar nummer 1 Mac Lobel, första 5 på 1:07,5.
I was very concerned about keeping his attention, just making sure that he paid attention to what he was supposed to be doing and not let his mind wander and have him roll off stride.
Nummer 1 Mac Lobel, följt av 2 Sugar Cane Hanover och 4 Napolitano. What the horse, what the driver, nummer 1 Mac Lobel och John D. Campbell.
I didn't appreciate it as much then, but knowing how hard it is for a 4-year-old to go over and beat those horses that are aged, it's a very difficult thing to do, and looking back on it, it's just an incredible performance by him. Well, the winner's circle was just jubilation, chaos. Lou Gaida, his owner, just broke down and cried like a baby. He was so happy. It was just an amazing feeling and an amazing emotion. Well, I certainly place it at one of the top accomplishments of my career. And I tell anyone that gets invited to the Elite Lop, if they're undecided of whether to go, I said, you go. It's an amazing experience. It's a once-in-a-lifetime experience that we just don't have over here. And I urge anybody that gets the chance in the United States to go to the Elite Lop and be part of it to do so.